I am really happy to know that the Persistent, I4C and Sakal Media have come together and they have conceptualized the idea of Hackathon 2015 to bring out the best in the young minds and to fire up their creativity and imagination for promotion of or development of projects that would be citizen friendly. In fact, this would, I think, bring this city on the international map of software development, and it would also highlight the talent of this region all across the globe, and simultaneously it will also fire up creativity of young generation in this country. I suggest that the participation in this hackathon should be never before. Such hackathons are happening all across the globe, but this should become one of its kind around the globe, and the participation should be also in a very huge, large numbers. I also suggest them that this hackathon should not be just yet another hackathon. It should have its own signature stamp, and I suggest the participant that they can be disruptive innovators. Traditional ideas are proposed, developed and marketed. I suggest them that instead of going by the traditional ways, they can think about something innovative which can disrupt the current governance system and make the governmental services user friendly. There are quite a few areas where we, in 21st century, we are still using 20th century or 19th century ideas and governmental systems. They have to think about breaking them away. And while doing that, they have to think ab initio differently rather than developing from what is there. They can think about elimination of services altogether by proposing different modes of services. They can think about minimization of time taken. They can think about the accountability of governmental system. They can think about minimizing the cost. The kind of landscape that is available for development of such skills, and in the process one's own worth they can increase by coming out with these ideas. I suggest if as a Metropolitan Commissioner of PMRDA, I would specifically suggest the participants that to develop some, see, we have to have three basic needs about food and shelter. These are the two main ideas. When we buy some shelter, house or flat, bungalow, it is through our lives earning, and while doing that, it has to be like legally correct, structurally sound, and so many aspects are there, but we normally we are not all that diligent while accessing such residential accommodation. So, if through hackathon, if the students can come out with some kind of gadgets or some kind of softwares, some kind of facilitation on smartphone, that the due diligence of such structures or the legality, everything can be finalized. I would also say that in the current times, many illegalities are happening, like illegal constructions. If they can develop some software or some app which can immediately capture that illegal construction and transmit it to the authorities, so that even the citizens can also become participatory governance system. So, hackathon participants can also think that every citizen becomes part of governance system. I am just giving an example, but in all aspects they can be the part of the governance system. And I would also suggest that while doing that, behavioral changes are very important in the governmental system. Now, what it could be, it's a big issue. They can think about what are the current behavioral flows, how to reorient those behavioral flows through apps or softwares, and bring kind of uniformity in the society. Therefore, I suggest that I would not give examples like you can do this or do that. I don't want to restrict your imagination. If there are any such good proposals or apps or softwares developed, PMRDA can be one of those agencies who can look forward very positively for this, not from the point of accessing this particular development, but we can also be partner in marketing it globally from the point of view that yes, this kind of talent exists in this region. We have about 3,500 square kilometers of area, which is much larger than the Silicon Valley. This hackathon, I suggest that could become 21st century Silicon Valley kind of focus of the earth, focus of the planet, and I hope that hackathon takes it to that height. I wish all the best to all the participants.